I'm going Kansas. I think, yeah, I could never fucking bet on UNC.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I
How
just
many
think
stars on Rock Chalk Jayhawk?
this is a 4.5 star play,
4.5 star play.
and I like the over. I like the over for 4 stars.
4 stars. You're looking at a beautiful shirt on the E-Donk. He's got a big night planned. This is a very brief intro to our Masters coverage. It's going to be stitched in right after this. We did a episode with Jimmy Bluffett, which we're calling Bluffett's Nuggets, trademark, blah, blah, blah. And Mr. Shaun Yaple did some golf pick. But before we get there, E-Donk is looking so sharp in that shirt. Recap from the Final Four. You guys put on a show, E-Donk. Congratulations. Between the 3 of you picking 3 games, you guys lost 37.5 stars. If you want to do some math, that's 13.5 stars lost per game. So the countdown is on for us hitting the minus the negative 500 stars. That could be any day now. We're at 487. Fade the Mahoney, everybody.
We got unlucky.
Mm-hmm. Kansas and the over is what you had. So nice work. All right, let's give the people one pick for tonight to see how we can do to our minus 487. Are you ready? One pick. While I'm looking it up, tell the people what you're doing tonight.
We got a little celebrity poker tournament tonight at the brand new Rivers Casino Hotel Spa in Des Plaines, Illinois.
Did you just say hotel and spa? Is that for real? Or did you make that up?
No, we made it up.
Go hang out in the river, actually.
I mean, yeah, you ruined it, but I wanted to make it sound really nice. So Mr. Helmuth is coming out. I believe some other celebrities, Fergie Jenkins, not Fergie the singer, Fergie Jenkins, Ozzie Guillen. It'll probably be a really soft field.
And the E-Donk, celebrity the E-Donk from Fade the Mahoney fame. It's one of the 100 runners in a big tournament. That's why you're all dressed up, right?
Well, yeah, they invited YouTube stars and really good poker players. So I thought I qualified for the YouTube star. So
Well, this is exciting. All right, let's give them a pick, and then we can get to the Masters play. Big game on ESPN tonight, which hopefully they'll have on the TV while you're playing. Suns are at the Clippers. Clippers are favored by 2.5. What do you got, and how many stars?
I like the Clippers here.
Gonna lay
Here.
Okay.
Suns last night, they played their hearts out. You got to bet against the team who's going back to back. I think that's the sharp play. You can't. These days, these athletes are very, very. It's a grueling season. It's a long season. And they just really need some rest in between games. And when they don't get rest, they're just not going to perform well. So I actually like the Suns in the first half, but then reverse it and take the Clippers in the second half and for the game, because I think the Suns' wheels are going to fall off.
Okay. Do you want to define each of those 3 plays by a star value?
Yeah, we'll go with 3 on the Suns first half.
Okay,
we'll go with
Suns +1.
Yeah, we'll go with 4.5 on the Clippers game, and then depending on the line, depending on where the game's at in the first half, I would say sprinkle a little 2-3 star play on Clippers second half.
All right, we'll do 2.5. We got 3 bonus plays for tonight. The race to 500 continues. Say goodbye to the people, Edonk, and enjoy the Masters coverage, everybody. Good gambling.
All right, we'll see you.
Jimmy.
Right.
All right. And we are back 1 week later. Time has flown by. Welcome back to Fade the Mahoney. We kicked Edonk off the show. More time for our guests to talk. Jimmy, tough break with the Valero Open, huh?
Yeah, it's tough, man. I tell you, I thought I had a winner there, but I guess not. It's just tough to pick golf, unless you have a lot of insight.
Yeah, he made the cut though. That was nice. Knock on wood that he made the cut. So if you had made the cut bet, you would have been all right. But all right. So that was Luke List, right? Someone to watch
Yes.
for down the
Down the way.
road. All right. Last week we went a little long, but I wanted to give a shout out to one of my brothers in the sports content business, Ryan Rosillo on Ringer. He had Andrew Bogut on his show. And Andrew Bogut was talking about how much he loves Jokic from the Nuggets, how he thinks he's the MVP because he makes all of his teammates better, even when everybody's injured. That's why he thinks he's the MVP. And then he said, unlike some of the other players who are just there for stats, who get 30 points a game and get out. He didn't name any names, but I just thought it was interesting. Unrelated, I've got a LeBron James tweet here. Chris Rock, how did you stay on your feet, my man? You got to flop if you want that whistle like I always do. That's what LeBron James had to say about the Oscars. Again, unrelated to what Andrew Bogut was talking about. Shaun, you got anything to share about LeBron James?
I do have a LeBron James story. I'm not directly involved. Do you remember, this probably wasn't the 2016 or 15 NBA Finals with the Warriors and Cavs? So there was a game, after the game, LeBron's going off the court, and this early 30s white girl yells at him, "Hey, LeBron, how does it feel to be a pussy-ass bitch?" And LeBron stops. Security stops her. "You can't say that." And it blew up. We saw it all over YouTube. It's like all over social media. I'm like, hey, I know that person. He was the cage manager at Park West Casino Sonoma in Petaluma, California. The place where I first started working and dealing. So it's kind of funny. Asked her about it. She's fairly embarrassed, but lives on. And LeBron's skin was pretty damn fit.
Yeah.
For him to react like that.
Funny.
I've got a link
funny.
below. I've got a link below for anybody who doesn't know the story. You can click on it below and watch it. They put the camera on her and she instantly becomes famous.
That's Melanie. Yeah. Melanie.
That's funny.
Good job, Melanie. All right. Let me get back to this. We've got time for any more stories you guys want to share. I know, Jimmy, you've got a pretty good golf story you promised me. You want to slide that in right here?
Yeah, I've got a great hole-in-one story that took place a couple years ago. I was in Virginia visiting my father, and we were playing golf together. And he's not a big golfer, but he was out there and chipping around, putting and stuff. He was just chipping and putting mostly, and he was just riding the cart with me. So we get on, at the end of the round, I notice, that he's chipping and putting still, and so it's not a big deal. So I get in the cart and drive off and don't think much about it. Get back home and I'm ready to play a golf tournament, and I'm missing my 7-iron. And I don't know if you play golf much, but I can tell you right now, your 7 and 8 iron are used a lot because you drive it and then you got 150 to the green, a lot of times 165 to the green. Long story short, he left my club on the golf course. So I got the tournament coming up on the weekend. It's like a Thursday when I find out the club's missing. My dad's old school, super old school. He has to FedEx the club to me because it's one of my favorite clubs, and it's one of the clubs I hit really close to the pin a lot, my 7-iron. So I told him, I said, I got to have that club. And he said, okay, I'll send it to you, son. So I get the club on, the tournament starts on Saturday. So I get the club late on Friday, and glad I got it because I went out on Saturday and the 8th hole's 163 yards and nailed it and made a hole-in-one. And they were giving away a vehicle for a hole-in-one. So unbelievable active events, or whatever you call it, butterfly effect, whatever you want to call it, that he got the club to me in time and to make the hole in one to win it's crazy.
You got the
Take the cash
FedEx
for the
one.
car.
Yeah. Yeah.
What'd you
I had
say,
the-
John?
So you take the cash for the car.
Car
Nice. Where was that at?
in Texas.
Okay. This is an odd question, Shaun. I don't know if it's something that ever happens, but does your phone ever ring from someone asking you if something can or cannot be bet on the casino floor? Like a dollar amount? Does that ever happen? Or is it just in the movies?
Yeah, I mean, we have limits, and we've got people who want to bet significantly over those limits. And in California card rooms, we don't take the wins and losses. We have a third party company that does that for us. So if someone does want to bet a limit that is much higher, I will contact the owner of the banking group and kind of negotiate terms and figure out where the person's from, if they're going to be a regular player or they're going to be a one-off, because really they're trying to just get rid of variance. They don't want it to get crushed. So as long as it's reasonable and the person's going to give action at a reasonable rate and potential to have more return trips, then usually we'll take their action.
Okay. A callback from last week's show. How much can I bet on your open face pie gow game?
3,600 per seat you want for approval.
3,600.
But you can bet 20K a hand in baccarat and rip the deck.
And rip
Yes,
the neck.
20K in box.
That's huge. That's huge for degenerates. They want to rip that deck, don't they, Shaun?
Only when people can get pretty tilted from buck. I can see it.
We're trying to schedule a Fade the Mahoney field trip out there. So hopefully at some point in the future, we can take you up on all of that. I promise we're going to keep this one a little bit shorter. Shaun, do you have any other good casino or degen stories that you have chambered that you want to share, or should I keep moving?
I have a fun golf story. It's not as good as hitting a hole in one. The person for going golf.
All right.
I was in college playing baseball, and we had to do like security guard jobs to just to raise money. So it was at Silverado Country Club in Napa, and they had a senior PGA tour, and it was cool. Got to see like Chichi Rodriguez, Gary Player, Arnold Palmer's all going by. I'm at the first tee, but I'm next to the 18th tee. So they're coming off, and they got here comes Arnold Palmer. He knows my grandfather's favorite player. So I go and I get to sign a little program with his pictures in there. And afterwards, I go up there, and he's sitting in the golf cart by himself. So I was like, what? I'm gonna go just talk to Arnold Palmer. So I walk in there, sit down on the golf cart next to him, just tell him, hey, my grandpa's from here in Pennsylvania, I know you're from Latrobe. Just kind of, just BS with him. And I realized people were just wanted his autograph and didn't care about the individual, which I thought was kind of sad. So I was like, hey, I already got your autograph. I was like, can I get another one? So I give it to my grandpa. He's like, absolutely. And he was just a really cool dude. And, it was fun to be in someone's presence like that. That was just like, I lived my life to the fullest, and I'm still out here being close to 80, still doing what I love. It was pretty cool.
That is
awesome.
Cool.
That's really cool. All right, let's get to the golf betting. But before I do that, Jimmy, I need your favorite Taylor Swift song. I'm
going with Feldman. Shake It Off. That's all I know.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
It is for sure the one that is selected the most. I think we're probably up to 4 or 5. I think it was Maria Hose. I think it was Ryan Feldman's, a couple other people as well. So you're in good company. All right. Where's value at for the Masters coming up this weekend? Where are you going to be putting your money? You told me you were in the lab. And before you answer it, I don't remember which day it was. You were moderating Hustler Casino Live. I was in the chat. You and I were bouncing back and forth a little bit. And this was the beginning of last week. And you said, I don't know if it was Monday or Tuesday, I've got Scheffler and Kiz in the final match.
How cool was that, huh? Pick that right off the top. I mean,
what the fuck kind of wizardry is that? There's how many people are in that field? I mean, what are the odds that you nail the two that are in the?
It's just, I don't know. I've always been good at just picking golf. I've been very successful at that. So, but I know for a fact, Kiz is a hell of a match player. I mean, he loves match play. He's said it so many times. He's just a bulldog. He's a grinder. And then Scheffler, of course, I
He
mean,
wins it every year.
yeah, I mean, not just that. I mean, he's just a great match play player as well. He just loves it. There's guys who can. I think match play's tricky because you get caught up in what you got to do and worried about the other guy, and there's just so much of that going on a lot of regular tour events. And with match play, it's just every hole is its own hole. I mean, it's just that's what it is.
Well, you made a bunch of money, and I wish I would have known at that point when you posted that you actually knew what the hell you were talking about rather than just ignoring it. But I remember you said it. All right, let's do Masters real quick and we'll get out of here. What do you got?
Okay.
Where can we make some money?
I like Sam Burns for some reason. I can't shake Sam Burns. You're gonna make money there for sure. I like Patrick Cantley too. For some reason, Patrick Cantley's he's had some good finishes at the Masters, but I mean, as you know, Shaun, I was actually going to be there. That's a whole nother story. We don't even have time for that at the Masters. But yeah, Sam Burns is good value, I think. I think he's.
We are not sponsored by DraftKings, never have been. Sam Burns, you can get 50 to 1 to win, and Cantley is 25 to 1. Those sound good to you?
Yeah, that's the two I like. There's a couple more I like if you want them, but
yeah, go ahead. Give me two more.
I think Abraham can answer the bell, so to speak. I think he's due. I don't know. I just think he's been playing really well. He played well in the match play, as you know. I told you I almost had that one too because I had Answer in there as well, and I think he finished fifth, I think, in the semifinals. So we're just outside the final four.
He's 70 to 1.
Yeah, I like him a lot. He's just a grinder. He's a grinder. He's got something to prove too, for some reason. I know his former caddy Dale. I know his former caddy too. Great guy, and Abraham's ready to step up to the next level, I think.
All right.
And this year, I'm looking for him to win a major this year. Honestly, if it's not the Masters, it will be. He'll have good finishes in all the majors.
Okay. And your last one, did you have a fourth, or was it just those three?
Joaquin Neiman. I can't get his. I can't shake him. He seems like he's good value too. I think he's 25, 27 to 1, something like that. Is that right? It might be a little better than that actually.
Let me see.
18 to 1. Neiman, Joaquin.
Neiman.
Nieman. I don't have the numbers in front of me. Sorry.
I'm not seeing him on the list. He might be further down. You can get Tiger at 40 to 1. That sounds like a good bet.
Right.
No, 65 to 1 on your guy Neiman.
Yeah, 65 to 1. I'm just looking for. I'm looking for value. I'm not looking to bet the chalk.
All right. All right. We got everything taken care of except for I need to add a song to my playlist that you like that not a lot of people know. What do you got?
You talking to me or Shaun?
Yeah. I got Shaun's already last week.
I like that War on Drugs, Anything by them. Like I told you before, just great music, melodic, easy listening. Shaun, did you write that down? You said
written down.
Yep.
Yes, sir. I'm telling you, they're really good. Philly band. I love Philly.
On Drugs. I'm gonna throw out a song name at you, and I want you to tell me if it's a good one to add. Their top song is called Victim. Is that a good one? Or how about this? I Don't Live Here Anymore.
That's a good one. That's that's off the new album.
All right. That's what I'm adding to the list. All right. You guys have been super generous with your time. I've asked you a bazillion questions. You haven't told me to fuck off to any of them, so that's good. Anything else we need to cover? Are we good?
I think I'm good. Shaun, are you good?
I'm good.
I just want to take 2 seconds real quick, if you don't mind, just to say what an unbelievable job that Shaun does at the casino there. I hear it from everybody. I hear it from DJF, Raver. They all just tell me all the time. He's just phenomenal. So he just makes sure that he deserves a lot of the credit that goes on there.
Yeah, I told Ryan a couple weeks ago, we all watched Streaming Poker. We just didn't have any idea that I could look and sound good.
Exactly.
And now it
Yeah.
does. So thanks a lot for that, Shaun. You've provided us lots of content and a lot of comments from my wife of, you're watching that again? So,
Thank you. Thank you for the kind words, Jimmy. Appreciate it.
okay. All right.
Thank you.
Once again, good gambling, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Please subscribe and share with some friends who don't normally watch this. But all right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one.